Okay, hello everyone and welcome. We're about to get underway. Qualifying here in Silverstone. It's Tier 1, FCS. Grab your popcorn because what we've seen in Tier 3 and Tier 2 promises this race to be an exciting one. Today also, to all of you who join, Happy Easter to all of you. And hope everyone got some very nice chocolate to eat tonight. If you did get some very nice chocolate, maybe stuff your bellies with that as well if we watch this race. No Austin Martins by the looks of it. Yeah, it looks like every team has got one person except Austin Martin. So, we'll hopefully be underway shortly in 3 minutes' time. Okay, guys, 1 second. I probably won't be at the start of qualifying by like a minute, but we'll see. No, it's not Singapore, guys. I'm back. Okay, 13 minutes to go on the session. Sorry about that. Beto Express currently in the Alpha has fastest lap with a 1:27.5. Here's we 3 when I was commentating with Ryan Van Zergen and Kay on overtake, who's also in this session. He's in the Alpine, currently P6, currently also pulling into the pits, but Perez hopefully able to improve that time with a bit of oversteer on that exit as he sees his teammate almost collides into him. Excuse me. So F1 Bram was over off the racing line on the side of the track. Malia, come here. Okay. Sorry. I've lost a lot of time in this session. FCS, I apologize. Rise Jamie took the fastest lap. Brumio right behind him. Yeah, Rise Jenny in the pits right now with a 1:26.8. It's an out lap for Brumio, looking to improve. Lots of people in the pits are on their out lap. It looks like Muto is the only one who could be possibly on a push lap. Yet this spectator menu opens up here, so as you can tell, Muto on the medium tires and Algorithm still yet to come out. So has that Mercedes. So Ferrari having a run-in with F1 Bram there, who's on his outlap trying to get out of the way for anyone possibly pushing around this circuit here in the United Kingdom in Silverstone, England. Brumio still trying to improve, and he's getting ready to do that on his outlap. Beto Express, who at one point had the fastest lap, he was in tier 3. I do not believe he's spun yet. And he comes around to start what could be his push lap. So we also see Ruben Dungey, the other Ferrari, which should also be a push lap, seeing yellow flags in all sectors, sector 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, he is definitely not pushing, so Rise Johnny is coming out right as we look to him. Or no, he's not coming out, he has come out. And I believe he was the Aston Martin that we saw behind the Ferrari. So as he comes out, hopefully ready to start a push lap to try and counter the attack that is coming in from Brumio. He is trying to take the fastest lap. He's not that far off. K on the overtake. Makes it up to P3. Bram up to P4, and Beto Express continues to fall down. Hopefully he can put in an actual lap. Nope, he's going to pull into the pits. Try again later. Maybe get a new set of tires. So as we look on, Rise Jimmy pushing around this beautiful Silverstone circuit. Beautiful exit there out of the Brooklands, and then those other turns are now down the back. Old pit straight into Copse Corner. Light on the exit nicely. That looks pretty good from Jamie. Those turns are always nice to look at from that view. See the car swing to one side, then swing to the other side. It's very pretty. As he goes down yet another straight, got the DRS open, swinging it around. I don't believe this is a push lap. Yeah, pulls into the pits. It was looking really good. The Copse Corner was really good, but it did look a bit slow. So looking slow for Brumio as well, as this is his cool down lap after setting the fastest time of 20.8 as well. So Rise Jemmy just has a slim little margin that he has to make up. Lots of people pull into the pits now, pull out those new tires, and get ready for the final few minutes of this session. The AlphaTauri of Algorand trying to get some heat into those medium tires and put in his first lap of the session, as he's currently on his outlap. Perez, lots of reserve drivers here in Tier 1. Let's take a look at the Discord, shall we, and see who is currently leading the championship here in Tier 1. Just got to find the Drivers' Championship. Just give me a second here. McCallie puts himself P2. Rise Jamie pushing around on his outlap, looking to get that fastest lap back. Beto Express with McCallie going P3 goes down into P6 now. So the championship leader is Sabi, who is not here today. So that's good news for Ryan Van Zergen, who sits only P12. Hold up, am I in the wrong thing? Oh, no, never mind. So yes, Ryan Van Zergen, P1. Ryan Van Zergen should be P1, is what I meant. After this race, he should be able to put himself P1 in the championship. Brumio currently last. The last race that well, when we were in France, he had an unlucky. Luckily, we restarted, but he was smashed into a wall by a dirty driver under the safety car. Okay, just checking out some drivers and constructors championships throughout the season. So Mutter, the first retiree of the session. That's going to bring out yellow flags. We got 17 seconds to go. Brumio also out of the session. So Rise Jenny, he's up 1/10 of a second right now through sector 2, but around Cup's corner, goes wide. Can he keep the lap together? This is his final chance at P1. His final chance at pole position. How much is going wide at Cup's corner going to hurt him? It's going to take out 2/10 of a second, and he's down 1/10 of a second right now as he powers around this lap. Round to sector 3. Can he make it to the line on pole position? He's going to have a perfect lap, but Campi Paco went off in the background of that Austin Martin, but he rounds the final corner. Does he get it? No, he does not. Down about 3/10 of a second from the lap time needed. So Rise Johnny comes home P2. K on the overtake, put himself up in P5. Can he continue to go? He's also up about 1/10 of a second here through sector 3. Round down to the final corners for this Alpine. Can he take the line and improve? Yes, he can. He's up into P4 with a 1:26.969. Look at some of the other drivers here. The Wildstorm takes the line, and Ryan Van Zergen is in the pits. So that is it for this session. Ruben Dongi takes pole position from Brumio, takes pole position from Rise Gianni, and he will be starting P1, and Jamie is no longer starting on the front row. So Ruben Dongi, the Dutchman on pole, with Brumio right behind him. Rise Jamie K, the man who's second in the championship, Ryan Van Durgen. He sits P8 right now, but anywhere in the top 10 should get him the points he needs to take the lead of the championship. Well, not every position. He needs about 4 to take the lead. Hello to all of you who are just joining us. We're about to hit the grid here on a beautiful sunny Sunday in Silverstone for FCS Tier 1. Welcome. Tier 4 Mercedes driver, and yes, the Mercedes not looking too amazing. P2, P6, but there is still lots of opportunity. I was a bit confused when it looked like we were about to get underway, but no, it's just a formation lap. And I thought for some reason that my sound had cut out, but we're good. So Ruben Zongi in the Ferrari leads this whole grid around this beautiful Silverstone circuit, what looks to be a very hot track. We were joking in Tier 3. The starting grid started with championship leader P1, championship trailer, like championship runner-up second P2. So, well, it was quite a great joke, which we can't make here today, because obviously Sabi isn't here, who is the championship leader, but we made the point that last time, 2 championship contenders lined it up P1, P2 on the grids. I think you all know what I'm talking about, you F1 fans. That ended very horribly. Anyway, there is a predicted pit stop strategy by AVS as we move down. I believe that was Brumio that we were on there, or Jamie, but let me just check. Yeah, that was Brumio. That looked like no matter what he did, he was going to be able to get more out of the softs, and they're ghosting. They're inside of each other. What's Brumio doing? Max Verstappen wants to figure out how to do this in real life to hustle someone off the restart, but okay, so we come to the grids. It's Ruben Dongi and Brumio, who will predicted to be fighting P1, P2 off the start. So here we go. It's 5 red lights in Silverstone. On Sunday it is lights out and away we go. It is a very happy Easter to everyone, and it's Brumio who got off to a hopping start. He now takes the lead into turn 1, and that trying to fight back. That was the dream start from Brumio. He's taken P1 off the start. And that is very good news for Mercedes. Somebody is off in the background. I believe that may be Perex and no, it is not. B2 Express making up positions while Canpi Paco losing them as a Ferrari. P2 and P13 right now. But the man is Brumio, who got an amazing start off the line. And it's Kay who looks to have crashed out or spun or something, as he just fell down in the choice. There you can see him going very, very slowly. And quite frankly, I'm already losing my voice because of how great of a start that was from Brumio. That was brilliant stuff from him. On Easter Sunday, he hopped right into that lead. Ruben Dongi came across to cover him off, and they tapped wheels because Brumio got such a great start that he was already wheel to wheel with him. And with that start into turn one, Brumio takes the lead of the race. Brumio takes that fastest lap here as we start lap 2 of the race. Ryan Van Durgen making up key positions. He is championship P2 right now. He is behind Sabi, who is not racing today. So this is his perfect opportunity to crawl into the lead as Brumio continues to stay ahead and pulls that gap ahead as we go down into Kopp's corner. On board with Brumio, who goes a bit wide off the track, already losing some time because of that to Ruben Zongi behind him, but is able to gain it right back. So Brumio is the man off the start, taking P1 from P2, and everybody still in. Not as crazy as we had in Tier 3. There were drivers shooting off the track left and right, and it was really confusing just what was going on. Brumio didn't make this very confusing though. He had an amazing start and he took the lead of the race and shaved off 3 seconds of what was his fastest lap before. And now with DRS enabled, has pulled Ruben Zongi out of his DRS. So that's bad news for the Ferrari. The good news for Ferrari is Mutter is making up positions currently, as he gets ahead of the McLaren of Volcampi Paco up into P10 and up into the points places. K on the overtake still. Very much far behind. He trails 8 seconds of McCallie, who trails 33 seconds from the rest of the grid. So the struggles are real for those bottom two. But as we go around the back pit straight with Brumio and Ruben Zongi into Kopp's corner, he is very much out of DRS. Rise Jamie is now the one who's pushing at Ruben Dongi. Ruben Dongi's worries are no longer P1, but now looking more to trying to hold P2 from Jamie. Bit of bouncies, he's got the DRS, dives down the inside, Ruben Dongi giving up another position to Jamie. Bram and the Wild Storm both being given time penalties as that happens. But with the Ferrari DRS, can he get it? No, he cannot. He cannot get it back down the main straight. He spins on the exit of the final turn. And that is Ruben Dongi's race going down to the trash. So Ruben Dongi now joining those bottom runners and has wing damage. So we're 4 laps in. Hopefully it's not safety car frenzy like it was Tier 3 in Silverstone here. as Brumio now. Jamie P2, and Jamie almost able to pull himself here back into the DRS. Currently he's only about 8/10 of a second off. Just don't want you snooping at anything. What? So Brumio still in the lead, and Jamie has been in and out of that DRS, and speeding into the pit lane is Ruben Jungi. He's been given a 5-second time penalty, so the struggles continue for him. It's F1 Bram, who shoots his way up onto the podium, but he's one of 3 drivers now who has a time penalty in this race, and he loses it to Ryan Van Bergen, sorry. And Ryan now up on the podium. This is great stuff for him, having his championship rival not here. And now he can continue to push Jamie and try and get as many points and open up the gap as much as possible. Did you see that in the background? That was a Mercedes Red Bull going side by side into Cope's corner. Not a big issue, but the Mercedes did go wide like Leclerc did when he went side by side, and there it is. Jamie is ahead. I didn't even see that. Jamie overtaking Brumio and is now into the lead of the race. So from P3, he's up into P1. So Volkan Pipaco joining that group of people with time penalties. So does Algort. So we'll see if there is more time penalties to come. But right now, Rise Jamie leads from Brumio, barely though, by only about 0.3 of a second, which means he's going to get the DRS. Rear wing wide open into Brooklyn. They almost touch, but Brumio is back into the lead. So the exit down the back of the pit straight. This is not over yet as Jamie gets a slipstream all the way down the old pit straight with DRS as well into Cope's corner. Stays behind. For our entertainment purposes, Jamie, why didn't you not overtake? I'm kidding. But really though, F1 Bram takes, racking his time penalties up to 6 now, and is really continues to make his slim opportunity at a podium not possible. Down the inside comes Jamie. This is a great battle for P1, P2. The DRS has led a very helpful hands for both these drivers to take back the lead of the race that they have lost in time. So down the main straight now. What does the Mercedes have? Nothing right now, but it's not an opportunity for the Mercedes to overtake into turn 1. Jamie, had you been driving a Red Bull, this could have been very exciting, very controversial. But it's still exciting right now. It's into Brooklyn, trying to go wide, hits a bit of the tarmac, hits a bit of the dirt. They go side by side. Jamie stays ahead of Brumio. This is looking perfect. The crowd roll their approval for this, but it's not over yet. Brumio gets another slipstream all the way down the old pit straight. Is it enough though for him to get into Cope corner and make an overtake? No, it is not. He's falling quite far behind. It is the biggest gap we've seen in this P1, P2 drivers in a while. But look at that, Brumio able to just reel back in. How and they almost had the perfect Swansea 21 Silverstone lap 1 on their hands. Again round the outside, great defending by Jamie, and he stays ahead, so he's looking pretty good right now around this lap. And Brumio struggles, decides to pull into the pits, so he's going to try and undercut Jamie, and what is Jamie going to say to that? Possibly do a wrap around and react and pit for some new tyres as well. How far down is Brumio going to go? That looked to be a slow stop. Oh, and he pitted also because of wing damage, which is going to hurt him quite deeply. So he has got to have the mightiest of outlaps. As Jamie leads the rest of the field by 5 seconds, so it's very good for him as he is all alone into Cop's corner, which hasn't happened much. So, does Jamie come in? No, he does not. He stayed out. So he's told Mercedes, well, you guys had wing damage. You had a slow stop, so pull your undercut on me. We're going to go longer. That's what Jamie had to say about that undercut. So we'll see when he does come and pit. Most likely soon. He's had these soft tires on for most of this lap, and we go on board just to see. His tires still got a bit shiny on the sides, but also some blistering could be coming fast. It's Ryan Van Durgen ahead of the Mercedes driver for the podium position. I believe the only one who's pitted in this race is Ruben Zongi. No, never mind, everybody there in the podium. Brumio, Musa, McCallie, F1, Bram, K on the overtake, and Ruben Zongi. They've all come in to pit in this race. That could be useful. Okay, so 10 laps of 26, and yeah, we still see Jamie pushing out. Let's look at the gap to the leader. Still, Brumio is out of worry range of a pit stop, so Jamie could still be ahead of Brumio if he makes a pit. There you can see on the side who has stopped and who hasn't. There it is Jamie coming into the pits. Lap 10, yeah, there you can see on the front left tire all that blistering just on the outside strip. So those tires are not in good condition, so he is stopping to change them. So is the Mercedes behind him. Now we watch Brumio. Can he push fast enough? Can he push fast enough to get around to that main straight, round the final corner, to be able to be ahead? No, he's actually quite far behind. Let's take a look back at Rise Jamie, who now exits the pit lane, very much clear of Brumio, who is not gonna be happy about that. His one-stop strategy has not worked out. So on the mini-map, sorry, not his one-stop, his undercut has not worked out. I'm losing my voice, guys. As you look, yeah, 3 seconds the difference, so definitely a change in front wing cost Brumio that possible undercut, and possibly getting ahead of Jamie in the pits, in the pit stop strategy. So this man, Perez, who's a reserve driver, currently leads the session, but also has 11-lap-year-old softs on, and he's going to come in to replace them. Will our Algot come in and do the same? And no, he won't. 11, you're up. 12 lap. Old softs are still working out for him. So, where is Perex gonna come out? Right now, he's still P2. But Rise Jamie currently charging down the pit straight. Rise Jamie gets ahead of Perex. Brumio is ahead of Perex. The Wild Storm, Kumper, and Ryan, they're all ahead. Bito gets ahead, and he's going to be side by side with Muta. They almost make contact. He's ahead. Muta also had to defend from McCauley, and right after the pits, new temperature in the tires. And the man who used to be leading this race has now took a bit of a spun and a meet and greet with the grass. So Algot has a time penalty, still up ahead, but he's only up by 13 seconds, so he's also going to lose a lot of time come that pit stop. Brumio back onto the podium with Rise Jamie, and hopefully we'll get to see another battle for the lead as in comes Algaroth. Where is Algaroth going to come out? Not P3, not P4, not P5, not P6. He's going to get at least passed by Bito Express, maybe his teammate, yes he will. Muta's ahead, is Bram ahead? After his spin, does Bram does come out ahead, so maybe an undercut there. A midfield kind of undercut, and it works out for F1 Bram. So Jamie is back in, cruising in the lead of the race, in the fresh air. Should be able to go the distance on those medium tires that he put on. Or at least I would predict that he will be looking to go all the way, and it didn't take him that long after pitting to get back in the lead. It took Brumio quite a bit to get back into this position. He had to wait for everybody else in front of him to pit as well. So we look, lots of penalties coming down the grid. Let's take a look at that, as now we know everybody has stopped at least once. 11 seconds worth of time penalties to Wild Storm, 9 seconds worth of time penalties to F1 Bram. Algaroth was 6, Volcan Pipaco was 6, Muta 3, Bito 3, and the Mercedes of Hunke with 3. So they go bouncing along down that main straight, almost like porpoising. Term that was brought back into the sport this year, but doesn't look like we're going to be getting a battle for the lead anytime soon as Jamie leads 3 seconds after countering that overcut from Brumio brilliantly. So the Williams of Ryan going side by side and takes the position from Kimpy, who's just lost 2. Seems kind of like an F1 Bram. Up very close. He was up on the podium and then lost it. And it's gone down to P5. So there we look at F1 Bram, who we were just talking about, down in P9. Went a bit long on those tires, 10 laps. And then once he finally got out on his new fresh mediums, he spun around. Brumio's got a bit of a train charging coming up behind him. Key on the overtake is the first crash of the session, and the safety car has come out. So Brumio possibly being helped a bit to close back down this gap. We'll look to rise Jemmy as out comes the safety car. So I hope you all are having a great Easter as we continue to wait for this safety car. It's a drive-through penalty for Rise Jamie for speeding under the safety car. So Did he not? I don't think he took the penalty. We saw the same issue yesterday, trying to get a drive-through penalty out of the way, and had to pit 4 times under the safety car. Lost a lot of traction in the race, thankfully. I can't remember who it was, but they were last anyway, so that is not the situation that Rise Jamie wants, but he's going to have to come in again. So we continue to wait for the safety car to end. Rise Jamie possibly going to have to come in again. It's Rubenzongi and Perix that we wait for. They're 12 seconds and 16 seconds behind. So once they join the pack, the safety car will come in. So possibly safety car in next lap. In this lap now. Jamie not coming into the pits again, so I'm not sure what he's going to do about that drive-through penalty, but Brumio takes the lead of the race because of Brumio coming in to stop, or not Brumio, he didn't come in to stop and get the lead from himself, because Jamie came into the pits. I believe he came into the pits to try and serve that drive-through penalty, which he wasn't able to serve, so had to wait up for the race. Yes, you very much did. Just kidding, you also had to wake up to greet the Easter Bunny. I don't know, but welcome. Happy Easter. Or as my friends call it, just to make other people mad, Merry Easter. Whatever you like to call it. Have a great day, everyone here. So we continue to wait for the safety car to come in. So we go around yet another lap. Okay, race control, please. I believe this safety car will be in this lap. Just let me be right once. Kay had a perfect streak yesterday and we had like 6 safety cars, so he was like 6 for 6. And I'm already, what, 0 for 2? Because I said it would come in lap 16, it didn't. Said it would come in lap 17, it didn't. And I'm going to say it's coming in lap 18. It's probably not gonna, just that I'm 0 for 3. So nothing yet from the FIA that says safety car in this lap, but okay, how big was the crash? There, it's in. I was right. I'm 2 for 3. The Red Bull doesn't want to dance, apparently. But let's look at the restart from the front. We'll go on broad with he stands around the final turn. It's the lining, green flags, we're back racing. Nothing crazy exciting except the fact that F1 Brown has taken another penalty and makes that 15 seconds. Total time penalties for him. And Rise Jenny still with that drive-through, so Volcanpi Paco is falling down from Brumio. Already he's out of DRS range and we've still got a few laps to get to the DRS even, so he's got a lot of work to do to pull himself back in. I'm not sure how much longer I can do this for. My voice is already freaking gone. But I'll try my best. There's side by side, Volcanpi Paco and Algarat. Oh, they almost touched, got nice and close there, but Volcanpi Paco and the AlphaTauri able to keep it neat and tidy. Brumio on the restart takes the fastest lap of the race. It's Mikael. Wow, that's a great name for him. Mikael. That's what I'm going to call him now. Heavy braking from Algarat and diving in is Jemmy, and he gets shoved off the track. He gets pushed off by Algarat, who's possibly taking damage. Falls now to Ryan Van Bergen. Ryan Van Bergen, Jesus Christ. And those drivers now struggling. It's Volcanpi Paco who took too much of that exit, went into the gravel, and he falls now. So this really just shows how in F1 your race can change in a blink of an eye. And Volcanpi Paco has just fallen from P2 to P4 just because he touched too much gravel. Make that P5 as a wild storm. Able to squeak through as well. He takes too much grass now. Now incoming is Mikael. I thought it was going to be Crumpe, but he got overtaken by Mikael, who now in the slipstream of Volcanpi Paco looks to go around the outside. Volcanpi Paco says you can go around the outside. You're going to have to go the long way around to do it, and it's virtual safety car. It's a 3-second time penalty as well to Volcanpi Paco, and now a full safety car yet again. So this race definitely changed incredibly as Rice Jamie is out of the race. He was looking at a possible P1 and has lost it now. Who else started on the front row? Ruben Dongi, P10. He had a struggle at the start of this race, but it was Brumio who soared into the lead of the race and hasn't turned back since the start. He's had a bit of struggles, went for an undercut, messed it up with damage, but continues to be in the lead around on this safety car. To all of you who are just joining us, you joined at the perfect time to see the finish at this race, but you also joined at the worst time. We are nice and clean throughout the whole race, and now 2 DNFs brings us to the safety cars in the final stages and the final laps of this race. So Ryan Van Bergen, the championship P2, his driver's championship, he's P2 right now, but Sabi, who is his championship contender, is not here, so as many points as he can score, the better. Just going to go into the Discord and look and see who leads the constructors. Right now, leading the constructors is Red Bull. They're struggling today, P10, P12. And they lead Williams by 10 points. So the Williams of Ryan, and I don't believe there is another Williams here. So if the Red Bull can pick up their pace at the final few laps, if we get some, which we really should after the safety car comes in, but if they can pick up the pace, they could be on track to extend their lead here. Mercedes P3. P3? What are you, a 3-year-old? I'm kidding. Red Bull, Williams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Haas, Alpine, McLaren, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo. That is how the Constructors Championships is. If you could catch that. Jesus. Losing my voice and I can't speak. Okay, so the safety car is not coming in this lap. It is coming in next lap, lap 23 it will be coming in. So we're gonna get this lap and another lap around the Silverstone circuit under the slow safety car conditions. No, never mind, it's gonna be coming in this lap. Pretend I never said that. I said it was coming in this lap, jeez guys. Okay, so we are back racing now. Brumio and Ryan Van Zergen battling for the lead. Not very much excitement. I haven't been able to catch the two crashes to figure out what went on because of those safety cars, but Ryan Van Zergen into Cops Corner right behind Brumio. My voice is just blown out. That's it, it's done. Okay, we're gonna see if it's back. I think it's back. So it blew out like an engine there when we went around cops. Just died. Flat out. Sounded like a streaking girl. Streaking as in like shrieking, not streaking. Anyway, Ryan Van Zergen is currently trying to figure out where he can make a move to get ahead of Brumio. Ryan Van Bergen, Jesus. I'm just gonna call him Ryan from now on. So Ryan on Brumio into Brooklands. That's not Brooklands. Oh yes, okay, that was Brooklyn's. I got the Cops Corner wrong. So there we go. Now into Cops Corner. Ryan Van Zergen thought about a move, sticked behind Brumio that time around, but what can he do is we're about to go down to another straight where he can get that slipstream. Here he comes behind Brumio, using the slipstream. Brumio darting over on the track, trying to take away the slipstream. And well, that's gonna work because Ryan still behind, but man, heavy braking from Brumio there. If the exit is there for Ryan, and it is, he could be right along with F1 Bram. Wow, he's up to 18 seconds. He may finish behind both DNFs at this rate. So that's not a good sign for Red Bulls. He's higher up in P8, and also Perez getting his fair share of 3-second time penalties. So here we go, DRS, look at how quick Ryan Van Zergen is. He's got the overtake activated, and into Brooklyn's, he breathes easy as he is ahead of Brumio, but no, Brumio is going to fight back. They almost touch, and they do touch, and Brumio is spun around, and that is his race gone. And the man who's second in the championship looks to be gaining 25 points. Feels like real Silverstone. He's going to win and gain 25 points, and there's going to be no counter points. Ryan Van Zergen thought he had him around Brooklyn's. I thought he had him around Brooklyn's. He squeezed the gap. And when Brumio tried to come back, he got pinched, and enraged, he's left the session. So that is it for Brumio. His bot will continue to drive, but I believe that will be a DSQ. A disqualification as we go on board around with Ryan Van Zergen for the final lap of this race. He's ahead 2 seconds. That looks like it's going to be a race win. F1 Bram is all the way up into P5 now, but doesn't have much of a gap because of a safety car. As Algarat also goes falling down. We had a Mercedes also drive on the AI yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but oh, it was Croco, and he had a great race, but disqualified, so. After having some internet problems is why. But it's just unlucky for Brumio. Ryan Van Zergen got him, and then there was no space for him to get back. He expected space from Ryan Van Zergen. God! He expected space from Ryan, and it just wasn't there, so. That's his race over on the podium. It looks like it's going to be McCallie, and we don't know what's going to happen with the wild stealing because of the time penalties. Really, that whole midfield is just a clump of massive time penalties, and then you just see 18 seconds and look over and know it's Bram. It's the Rebo driver, but around comes Ryan around the final corner. He wins in Silverstone with Mikhail behind him. Great job to Ryan, who now gains 25 points on Sabi, who is not here today. And he takes the lead of the championship. Although he was in the championship by 3 points. Just got to put in the Silverstone line. Ryan Van Zergen is in the fight for the championship. And don't you forget it. He's actually ahead by 23 or 22, and now as he makes his way to the podium, gains that trophy and the champagne, the sparkly stuff for the top 3 here in Silverstone. Thank you all for coming to watch. It's a pretty busy day for most people as it is Easter. good Easter morning, good Easter afternoon, and good Easter night to all of you. No matter where you are in the world, I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you all next time around here. Next weekend, this battle for the championship will continue.